Hey everyone, it's BMX Mad B53, and it's about halfway through the year. Well, actually, it's July 4th. Happy 4th of July. But I figured I'd get on here to do my half-year awards. One video for each of the major companies: Ring of Honor, TNA, and WWE. Figured I'd start with WWE, but here we go. Match of the half-year: Ric Flair vs. Shawn Michaels, the WrestleMania match. Great emotion, great in-ring, told a great story. I really enjoyed this one, and if you haven't seen it, well, first I'll ask you, where have you been since WrestleMania? And secondly, I suggest you go and find this match, watch it. Seriously. The runner-up, I gave that one to the Backlash Fatal 4-Way Triple H vs. John Cena vs. Randy Orton vs. JBL. Triple H ended up winning, started his title reign. It was a pretty good match. The only other match that I thought about putting there was Edge vs. Undertaker from WrestleMania. Another great match. It was hard to leave one of those out, but it had to be done. So, pay-per-view of the half year, it would make a lot of sense for it to be WrestleMania. And yeah, it is. Edge vs. Taker, great match. The triple threat match for the WWE Championship, great match. Ric Flair vs. Shawn Michaels, match of the half year, Doesn't get much better than that. To have those three great matches on one pay-per-view, it's kind of hard to beat. The runner-up, I gave that one to No Way Out, mainly due to the double elimination chamber that they had there, but the rest of the card wasn't exactly weak. But the only problem I had with that pay-per-view was that they did the elimination chamber twice, and, kind of loses its flair, but whatever, I really liked both pay-per-views, and I suggest watching both of them. The storyline of the half year, I gave that one to Ric Flair's retirement storyline, where if he lost a match, he had to retire. It was a pretty good storyline, although a lot of people thought it would be at WrestleMania. They would lose and finally retire, which, yeah, it happened, but I really enjoyed it. The runner-up, I gave that one to Shawn Michaels vs. Batista and Chris Jericho, where they blamed Michaels for retiring Flair. The reason I put that one second instead of first was because without the Ric Flair retirement storyline, this second one would have never happened, or it wouldn't have made any sense. But, both of those storylines were great this year, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I suggest you watch some of the earlier Raws and some of the pay-per-views. But the most overrated wrestler of the half year, I gave that one to Batista, and I don't really think there's much room for argument there. The guy's terrible in the ring, terrible on the microphone. It's not even fun to watch. He's like a boring Ultimate Warrior. Who wants to watch that? Runner-up, I gave that one to Triple H. Not knocking on Triple H that much, because I really enjoy him sometimes, but he is pretty overrated. They act like he's carrying the company on his back, when in all actuality it was pretty much Edge on SmackDown carrying the company. And Raw for a while it was John Cena, but it turned into Randy Orton eventually. But, whatever. Let's just give Triple H a bunch of praise for absolutely no reason. Alright, guys? Good thinking. Most underused wrestler of the half year, I gave that one to Shelton. The guy's great to watch in the ring. And he really is never getting a huge chance. He should at least be Intercontinental Champion / US, whatever title you want to give him. Now that he's on SmackDown, you might as well give him the US title. Although I do like Matt Hardy, I still feel as though Shelton Benjamin deserves something. The guy's great to watch. He does a lot of high spots, although he does botch from time to time, but who doesn't? Come on. The runner-up, I gave it to his former tag team partner, Charlie Haas, which he's never used, so it's kind of easy to pick him. They have him make out with Mae Young from time to time, and sometimes they let him judge a Diva contest. Woohoo, way to go, Charlie Haas. But the guy's great in the ring, and I don't understand all the Charlie Haas hate. But whatever. The most improved wrestler of the half year, I gave that one to The Miz. That might turn a few heads here or there, but him and Morrison are a phenomenal tag team. And for a while, The Miz wasn't really pulling his weight, but I feel like he has now. Or maybe they just work so well together that it looks like The Miz is improved. Whatever. The runner-up, I gave it to two people, Hawkins and Ryder, because when they were the Major Brothers, they were boring. Really, really boring. But now as the Edgeheads, they're a little bit entertaining. Even though I'm not sure how long this is going to last, because, Edge lost the title to CM Punk. So, it's kind of hard, but we'll have to see what happens. The tag team of the half year, I gave that one to the Miz and Morrison. They've held the title since November, I think it is. They're a great tag team, definitely the top tag team in the company. But the runner-up I really enjoy too, London and Kendrick. I'd like to give them the tag team of the half year, but they haven't really done anything this year. And, well, that might be because of their backstage attitude or whatever they have going on back there, which I think is a bunch of BS. They're completely awesome in the ring. They're really entertaining. Probably the most entertaining tag team in years. They're like the new Rockers. I know that's been an analogy made several times. But I really like both of these teams. But I just find it kind of ridiculous to give it to a tag team that hasn't done much. So, the future of the company, I'm giving that one to CM Punk. Don't really think there's much room for debate there. The guy won the title Monday. Not sure how long it's going to last, but honestly I'm thinking a long time. I know a lot of people aren't, but we'll have to see what happens there. Punk's fun to watch. I've watched him for years in Ring of Honor, and the guy's just great. Not too much to say there. I'm sure you already heard it. But I'm really looking forward to his title reign. The runner-up, I'll give that one to MVP. You know, he's another guy that I saw a little bit in FIP. He's great in WWE. I'd say a lot better than he was in FIP. He's just really entertaining. He plays a great heel. The guy's awesome. I really see these two guys going places in the very near future. Wrestler of the half year. Well, first let me start off with the runner-up there because it makes more sense to do it. The runner-up, I gave that one to Shawn Michaels because, well, his match with Ric Flair and just all the storylines that he's been involved in, the major storylines, that is. And I feel as though he's carried Raw for a while. The Wrestler of the Half Year, which is the final award, I'm giving that one to Edge. He's definitely carried SmackDown for a long time. Probably the top heel in wrestling, in my opinion at least. But that pretty much does it for the WWE Half Year Awards. Tune in, I'll do the TNA and Ring of Honor one, and then I'll do an overall one, which pretty sure the overall one's going to be the best out of the 4. But, you know, now that you watch this, you might as well watch the other 3. Thanks, guys.